faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter how you thrive or you kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass and toast for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race, running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align.
Welcome and compliment of the season. This not Truth Sport on Truth FM 103.9, Truth Media on Facebook and on YouTube. Me and Nene Fofana. Today in the studio, I get with me Abdullah Fila Conte and Joseph Adeshilon Mansari, and we can discuss about a lot of things then today, especially, and this is not a question we pose out to Una Steph, so Una can add Una voice to this discussion. I can send a message to the short code 239, or I can comment on the Facebook and the YouTube page. We they ask if clubs they really they prioritize players the welfare na salon football. So una self can send una thoughts about this topic here. So as we self they go ahead and discuss and share we on thoughts them about that with una. And we get a lot of things that so they can throw light to briefly where they happen in the world of football internationally in Europe and in Africa. We know say AFCON they come start as well. So all that we therefore look into now this edition of Good Sport. Don't forget, like I say, you can add your voice to this discussion. Welcome to Good Sport.
Yeah, good afternoon to viewers and listeners, and good afternoon to you, Nene.
All right, Abdullah, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon to viewers of Truth Media Sport, and also good afternoon to the entire studio team anyways for this amazing program today.
All right. I'll go and make we first look at the Thierry Henry situation. Thierry Henry now a former player of the Arsenal and a French international. He don't play as well now the French national team. Don't win the World Cup and he don't contribute greatly with Arsenal. And today BBC therefore awarded with a Lifetime Achievement Award 2025. Sport BBC then can normally do the Sports Personality Award every year, and this year they want to give Thierry Henry a Lifetime Achievement Award. So I want to know like how I feel about that. What do I think whether he really deserve or?
Yeah, well, for me, I think he well deserve them because looking at in career, Thierry Henry from Arsenal in club, and also looking at in country and so many clubs them way they represent, and looking at in performance we don't put on and off the pitch, and also they represent himself well as football ambassador. For me, I think it's a good call and it's a well-deserving one for the young man.
All right. Phila, what do you think about that?
For add up to it in added they say in the studio, I think say it's a huge one. These achievements are not really small as one may see it, and the individual per se. The good thing about Thierry Henry is that he has been through all the cadres of football. He has been a player. He don't be a coach. He don't be a coach for youthful football. He don't be a coach for senior football. He also currently, as we speak, the same work you do himself they do they do football punditry and football analysis. So for me, I think he has a vast knowledge in the game. He has contributed so much, and all the individuals, or one would say major trophies around the world. Thierry and one individual win all of them. He win World Cup with France, the Premier League with Arsenal, Juventus, and he succeeded as well with Barcelona. So all of these names we are mentioning. One would also put even Thierry in the kid of, yes, what Cristiano Ronaldo is above Thierry, but when it comes to how successful they are in various leagues, you would definitely be able to put them together in that bracket. Because when Henry was with Juventus, he was a success. He left Juventus came Arsenal. He was also a success. He went to Barcelona. They succeeded with, whatever formation they were playing with regards to the stars they were having and a host of other things. So him being now a football pundit, or one would say a football analyst, and now they go receive this such international award, I think this is now a wake-up call for all other ex-players. I think, thank God, Shilon is as well aware of that. We now have people like Rodney Strasser.
Yes.
They are now trying to, fit into the shoes of being pundits or being football analysts. The other day we saw Kai Kamara with one of the biggest media institutions in the world acting as a football analyst and or either a sports pundit. So these various things, Nene, are things that sell, the image of someone who has, been out of the game for a very long time, and now they can receive them kind of awards here. I think it's a good one, and we hope that more people will be recognized, and so footballers will definitely understand that there is more to football even after the game, because that's where we get wrong.
Yes.
Most times we have conversation with Shilon, you get to understand, are these players, is there anything for them after football? But now we're beginning to believe that there is something for them.
Absolutely.
You can get a lot of things to do after football. So it's a good one.
Exactly.
And I want to commend the organizers.
Okay, so congratulations to Arsenal legend, Barcelona legend, and the France national team legend for in success in receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from the BBC. We go to the next one, the FIFA World Cup. We want to say FIFA World Cup 2027. Therefore, opponent 3 countries there for host from America, Canada, and Mexico there for host the FIFA World Cup. And FIFA don't increase the price about 50% increment into the FIFA World Cup. They add some percentage into the winning and other things. But I will quickly share the amount that we don't add. For the winners of the FIFA World Cup tournament, then go receive $655 million. And that's not a very huge one compared to, then go receive 50 million instead of the last money when I be 42 million leons, and the runner-up go receive 33 million leons, $33 million, sorry. The third place go receive $29 million, and the fourth place go receive $27 million. And the one that will then go quarterfinals, we then beat them, and then go receive $19 million. And the other one there will then go for the round of 16, go receive $15 million. And the 32 teams that will then, partake, go receive about $11 million. And all the national teams that will go for the World Cup go receive $1.5 million as compensation cost for where they don't advance into the FIFA World Cup. So a quick brief into that. I will start with Fila. These increments into the World Cup, like how this therefore impacts the game. There are so many factors right now. Fans and beyond they grumble about the tickets raise and stuff like that. But now that they decide for increase the money for winners and every other category in the tournament.
I think it's impressive, Nene. Very much impressive that we're getting this particular information now. But one thing I also want you to understand is the fact that this particular benefit not only come for the teams that are within the World Cup. As we speak, Shilon, Sierra Leone as well, therefore get benefits from this package of this World Cup, thing we just announced. So I think it's a good one. FIFA announced the try for CRBS, they can get them, we'll call our young nations then. Yeah. They say for benefits, even if they don't go to the World Cup. And it create more determination for those who are in the World Cup. Because yes, we're going for the name, we're going for to sell the country, but the majority of the players are there to win something. And so if we see them kind of support here from FIFA, like you earlier mentioned, in fact these are all part of the initiative, the new reforms them with the therefore make that FIFA. Because remember at a point in time we already get the World Cup for playing at one side. So after several consultations, after discussions, they decide we can give other nations them an opportunity for host the World Cup along with this nation, official the bigger nation. We're like a good one because some people if they're not for buy because for example the ticket fare will be very expensive when they play in America compared to when they play in other parts of the world. And so a lot of people if they're not for buy America, remember now we get these restrictions around ban of certain other countries. Then if some people have to watch the World Cup, they can still travel go to Mexico and maybe watch the World Cup. But by and large, the money I think is like a good one. And I hope that the various FAs them across the world will make use of this money, because the unfortunate thing we've been having, Shidon and Nene, and the fact that we go see support they come up from FIFA, we go see support they come up from other various institutions, but those who are there, they don't really give them their life, they don't really make the sacrifices. We've seen players them being stranded at airports, we've also seen players them several times to get a call of their situations. Yeah. So I believe, say, with their support with the kind of Shilon, it go help for change the dynamics a bit. The players just go for realize, say, this is what we're doing, and we hope that this thing will take we to the next level.
All right. Shilon, looking into this increment of FIFA and the bonuses, Philaron made mention of a lot of impact with it. Why are you waiting? Are you on take concerning that?
For me, I think it's good. People can say football not get pension. I think what FIFA is doing, try for see how best they can pour more money and also motivate the clubs them and also the players them, because the World Cup 2026-2027 get for play from Brazil, America, Canada, and Japan. Yes, cut across these countries them. It get for be unique, and looking at whether they play cut across the countries them. And looking at the money, for me, we have 50% don't erase, and the bonus system for me, I think it's good. It's a time for we safe when it comes to CAF for the watch from FIFA, from the land from FIFA, say the kind of money where they invest in terms of the FIFA World Cup. CAF need for see how best themselves can invest in terms of with the CAF and Nations Cup. So for me, I think it's huge and it's big, and it's a motivation for the clubs and the players for say yes, where will they go? It's a big platform. Imagine where Africa, some of the clubs from Africa, some of the countries them we don't qualify for participate in the World Cup, and the teams them also now the European where they don't qualify. You got to give them more determination and the spirit and the energy. Say it's big cash, 50% increment, guys. Money now. We players or clubs see money. How they can be like. So for me, it's a good one coming from FIFA.
Okay, I agree with you that it's a very huge one, a big one from FIFA, so kudos to them for that. And now it shows that they not only they go compete for the bragging rights, but they go for the money. Yeah. And we all know the money is a very big motivation. Everybody wants money, and we hope say this time around we go get an African. Unfortunately, still not qualified, but we'll get an African country. We go go there and prove more. And at which time we'll be able to get more slots in the competition from Africa. Talking about Africa, we go right away to the AFCON 2025 where they happen in Morocco. But before we talk about the teams, the qualifications and the fixtures, AFCON don't they play for a very long time now, from 1957, and the first country we win are Egypt, so they actually win back to back that year and the following year, and the likes of Ethiopia be winner, Ghana win back to back after, and Congo and a lot of other countries, them Sudan and other lots. Unfortunately, Salon no win the AFCON yet, but we say with them they can, and it seems like Egypt don't win the most. The AFCON Egypt don't win the most, and this time around, last year the last World Cup be win by Cote d'Ivoire, and this time around we don't know the team we get for win. So good luck to the teams though we therefore go for this AFCON, and may the better nation win. Into the fixtures them this year World Cup, this 2025 AFCON Morocco, the open fixture go play the 21st December, and Morocco and Comoros Island therefore play the opening match when the 21st December, and on the 26th the tournament they continue where Egypt get for play with South Africa, one of the biggest match where they look forward to Egypt and South Africa. The passion, the culture, and every other thing. That's part of the beauty of Africa.
Definitely,
the passion, the culture. Africa, we get one of the richest culture in the world, and different nations coming together. They celebrating football and they show them different culture. It really is beautiful. And the next fixture on the 27th December, I get for play between Uganda and Tanzania. When they talk about culture, another huge one, and Nigeria versus Tunisia, another beautiful match. And Senegal therefore play Congo on the same 27th December. And on the 28th, we will look at Algeria for play Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast for play with Cameroon. So that are the fixtures then from the opening to the 28th of December. And as they go by how the fixture, the advanced games then go play, we go continue for updates about that. And you know, about 32 players from the English Premier League therefore partake of the AFCON this year, which is a huge one for Africa. And I go on for maybe talk about that. We don't see with players that they advance now, that they do very well now the Premier League and other leagues them now the world. Especially they know a few names like Mohamed Salah, go talk about the Premier League and its history and impact of players, especially in terms of the right wing, made mention of Mo Salah. And now he come up from one of the biggest teams now Africa. So me would go light into the players them where they don't go into the whether they're in Africa and they advance, they play in European leagues, then they impact the way they make, like Mo Salah, for instance.
For me, all of those players where they play now the English Premier League and other top flights league them now Europe, I think for me they are doing well. Where they go represent their country now the Africa Cup of Nations where they kick off on the 21. But my only issue where I get around some of these African players is they are not giving this top priority to the country when it comes to Africa Cup of Nations. You just see the FIFA World Cup, you see everybody in the games. When you look of Manchester United, every player not go think about the money first, he go think about they get playing time for they get a call up now in country. But similar goes to the Africa country. The same, you see some players when it comes at the givers, when it comes to Africa, you see some players they can play, but majority not get that kind. That priority, they say, eager for letting call them. You understand? Not to them all. You go see some players, them with them call them. Say, for instance, Manchester United, they say Amad Diallo, Mbeumo, them players, them today. So me, I can watch, is it this we African players, them, they're not the land, looking at the European players, them, when in terms from World Cup, where they call them, they see, say, immediately they don't get invited, where they don't see the name that our squad, they say they don't make them, they see that they left. But when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations, it's different. You go see the players saying they left, say sometimes Manchester they give as they speak right now, today Amad Diallo not left it for joining in team, which of course Mbeumo himself today he not left it in Manchester United for see how best he can join the team. Mo Salah and others, you see they don't left. In terms of we go into Fulham, Chukwueze and other states today, then the Fulham they not left it. You go see now where you don't left 2 or 3 matches, then go left, which of course is very bad. So where they play now the top flights league outside, where you country, then for them make us priority, just like how them English players them they take World Cup, they take us them priority because mind you, in a country they go represent, and when you represent your country, where you wear that jersey, they it's a mean. You understand? You get that kind of pride and prestige, and also you get your family them where they represent, and whole lot of things them when they come with. So for me, it's that time we see Mo Salah. Always no time where you get called up. Despite I understand in back if we don't stay, if you're in Liverpool, the managers they not be get that kind clash them we don't get. So you just take and say it's hard time, team, I don't get a call up, let me go back home, let go represent, let clear my head, and after that I come back. So again for be a fine one, this Africa Cup of Nations where they start on the 21, looking at where Morocco get for engage come host. Again for be look Morocco have been qualified, and then at the host nation, again for be fantastic, and looking at Egypt, South Africa, Angolas. So these now fixtures them we get for unique. But the only thing we made a found out that why is it that these African players, whenever Africa Cup of Nations, they make us priority whenever they get invited by their country, then go maybe say 2 or 3 days for lady starts, and they tell you they see they don't jet in for train, which it can be very unfair to other players. Them we don't take 1 week, we don't come, we don't get the invitation for Kansia, then can represent the club. But it can be a fine one where the Nations Cup they kick off on the 21 of this month.
Phil, what you think so with regards to it, as they don't talk, maybe AFCON need for set out a ground rule or something like that in order for maybe these players to report to duty on time, because majority of them are, teammates the way then they go, whether they in another part of the world they play within based on their home ground, don't arrive already for the tournament, but then European players there, so some of them still they England and other nations them.
Nene, I think it's a very important conversation we're having today, especially on this area of the African Cup of Nations. For me, I think we're having a problem around the time schedule. That's why we are going through all of this. Remember, there was a time when we had not too much competitions. Like now we have the Club World Cup. Clubs are playing now so many competitions. So I am looking at a situation where CAF themselves will look at the calendar and look out for a specific period when these competitions they're not go down. Then we watch the Euros. Most times when the European competition they on, but every player they on international break. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm looking at as well. Yes, we are blaming the players now, but I need to understand that yes, they are serving their country, but we've seen situation where a lot of these players they are benefiting more when it comes to the finances and other area compared to how they are benefiting when they can play for the national team. And so that is a reason why a lot of them, in fact, if you don't get to a position where it be really worse, that players go fake injuries, then will tell you say a week to the AFCON, they're not going to meet up because they don't get you will last for more than 1, 2. As soon as the AFCON begin, 2 weeks into the AFCON, you will see them back, they play for their clubs, then they're going to tell you, see, well, the medics that they're able to treat them, for them meet up to that time. The boss, like what they say, they're a very good call. We hope that we want to let the players respect the competition. That's where Ade is coming from. You want them to give the competition the respect we deserve. Yeah. Because if you respect the African Cup of Nations, then you speak to your coach. They already know this is the situation, even before they sign you as an African player. They know, say, the African Cup of Nations, they play around this December and January period. And so the obvious thing for try for give time for prepare yourself for the team. Now you guys mentioned the area of Mo Salah or Mohamed Salah. It gets one responsibility I think say and not get off in mind it in the Mo Salah. Yes, he's the best player who ever come up from Egypt. He don't achieve a whole lot, but he won for win the African Cup of Nations with Egypt. You remember Abu Trika them, we not get the name like Salah. Mm-hmm. You get other players, Guma them, we not get that kind of big name, the Zidane them, Ahmed Zidane them, you remember these names. Yes. These players are not so big players in the world. But they be able to give Egypt the African Cup of Nations. Also, you don't see that now with Senegal come up this squad, the side of Mane, the other rest. Now, be the stress when they get. Say, how can we get this kind of squad? Then we know they win the AFCON. Then go ahead, there's going to be a winner for it. It comes to Ivory Coast. How will I produce players like, the rest of the other players then? And then we'll not win the AFCON. So it is becoming very competitive. For me, I think one of the teams that are going to this competition that are very much determined than how they were before, than Nigeria. Remember, for the fact that now they have Chilo will agree with me. They get majority of players playing in the English Premier League. Yeah. They get players play their skill in the La Liga, and so remember now they get Victor Osimhen. They're in a very good form, and so if they have those players, right now, I think and they don't miss out in the World Cup. So always if you say they're for send back to the fans them for be happy, or say the team there for succeed going forward. Now if they go to the AFCON and maybe go to the finals and win them. But like Sheila mentioned, this particular AFCON, the reason why it tends, the reason why it is very much different compared to other AFCONs, now because Nene, even their small teams they will be considered for be underdog strategy in football. Now they get made more than 3 or 4 players will play professional football. Yeah, before this time, I remember Zambia, the Chipolo Polo boys, they went to AFCON with majority of home-based players. We've seen that. But now that mentality they don't change. Even Mohamed Ola coach Nasu. I remember when Sierra Leone failed for qualify to the World Cup, he make mention of that in an interview. Say, he thinks yes, the young home base are doing well, but if we for qualify for any major competition, then we need the help of professionals. Everybody play the tickets now variously going to play actively because somehow out there they are not playing actively. So we need those who are playing week in, week out to come and help the team. And so like I say, we are in to watch a very interesting AFCON competition.
So before we come down to the matters where they happen Salon football, a quick one. Uganda, they officially opened the newly 20,000 capacity Oima City Stadium on December 24th, and then spend about $131 million so that they were able to build this new stadium and then start this project in last Yeah,
Just last
August
year.
2024, and inside December, then go car launch. And so we want to say kudos to them. It's crazy that we until now they're able to complete the renovation yet. We then move on. I don't know if we're going for throw light into that issue.
Obviously, we need to let Sierra understand the position, because we don't have possible reports on the stadium and matter, Shilon, and I get so much bash. I get so much denial from people who don't even really follow the construction. You understand? I went there. How can you, when the boss say when I will give the stadium around 2025, they will not be even install one seat state. That means it's this, you were deceiving the public, and we know what that for happen. I think people really need to understand the condition of the contract. How people will go sign such a contract where say we are looking for a modern stadia, and then una put in seats them for the right across the stadium. That's very undone, and I think now there is the even make now the process can delay, because they have to go back and see that they get a conversation that all of that things I will need for day when they make the stadium standard, need for the day before we could get the stadium to be standard. The saddest part now that the money, according to people who follow the game, or pundits or sports analysts them, and the Emmanuel Safabiona, the National Sports Authority lead, the money we don't pour into this stadium, and then if we don't build another brand new stadium, we will get a lot of facilities. So I wonder why even this one, when I own one still, we don't spend so much money, and then we still don't forget and write it.
Quick one, yeah. According to them, they actually say this now a free, now like a grant.
Yeah, but there's a price tag to it. Not so salon they pay for them. Yeah, if other person they do it for we. What I'm saying, if we will not tell us, okay, if we don't renovate this, we'll go build for one elsewhere. Now when you just talk about so now 1 year it lasts for. This now one area is really disturb, really, even with football, Shilon. The reason why we not make it to AFCON and World Cup, now one of the reasons there. Because imagine we go to support a 10 in Liberia, we don't go past 3,000 or 4,000 people in Liberia. When we have a stadium, we occupy up to 30,000 people. So it has a whole lot of benefit to the national team and others who are doing various other sporting disciplines.
Absolutely. Shilon, looking into this whole stadium matter before they go on to the next part of the program.
I think me from the onset way everybody's project here for me, I say, what's in kind of my mind? I say, why we not decide for low get another stadium? Sure. Mm-hmm. And when they start for this renovation, I say this, they're not going for complete past 3 years or 4 years. People is still in deny me. Is that they don't do the practice field, and now we don't do this 2026 back all the car. I can tell you say back they not go for end. You understand? So it's sad, even if they give you free safe. But you can tell the person, even if they give you free stadium, you say they do this for we. But at least the way they manage, come banner or season completely, people not able to get access, the team not able to get access to them. So if you say they do 2 years, you do on 2 years. Me what I can always they tell the people them where they in charge or the Chinese man them say if una send a manpower on a labor now una issue una say all the clubs them or we say division 1 division 2 every supporters them if now the city they don't tap let them call me we say don't do yourself if
that's a very serious point you would not two backs and you of course I was definitely going to two backs and
inside 2 months I can tell you out of the 18 clubs we will get Premier League and the Division 1, Division 2. Let them attend.
We'll call it Taya team. They all for join.
We don't do this stadium. So what to make it the ask is what's not the problem? Is it that not the money or not the manpower? So for me, up to now, clear. For me, it's disheartening. For 30 days, where we national stadium, we heritage where we not get time, where they not finish the renovation and a salon. Now a big country, despite it's small, where we not able to get another stadium again, where we neighboring country. I remember 2022 we go Guinea, Guinea get past 10 stadium where they bluff. You get Liberia, for example, and we get vast land where we need for get 2 or 3 stadiums. So I wonder what's wrong. So it's our time. The ministry and also the Sierra Leone Football Association they need for engage. Low no wait for the Shaka City Stadium. If we able get plan B, I think we need for go.
Yeah, unfortunately, this stadium not gets for already according to the head of communications from the NSA until late 2026 or early 2027. So we wait till then and see whether or not the stadium go be ready. It's also very unfortunate that the next AFCON qualifiers we not therefore use the stadium because not go ready yet by the end day, and that's I think again for cost the country again a lot. But I'm moving on to the topic of the day. We can talk about it's a question like I said, I listen out to una self can add una voice to her. Like clubs they prioritize the players the welfare and salon football. Una send una answer and add into this discussion to the short code 239, or you can comment on the Facebook and the YouTube page. But we they come back after this commercial break. No go no side there with we. It's a therefore be a very very interesting conversation.
1 minute Konani, know your rights in 60 seconds. Brought to you by Citizens Beret.
Kush, the silent drug crisis. Kush na one drug we no there. It easy forget, so it acts for left. It dey spoil salon more we young one them. It can make person sleep, body can swell, body can wound, and it can even die. All way governments don't declare a national emergency and make one task force inside 2024. The thing that we then can use for pillow and care for everybody business, they shut in. The one that where they admit in the hospital for mental health problem for sake of Kush don't jump by 4,000%. And postmortem where they can do per demand and show say Kush use boku. For use drug na salon a crime, but the courts can send the one that way they use and for go take treatment instead of them go na prison. New regulation dey inside 2024 they make people then get more treatment centers, land where they out for left the drugs small and protect their rights. Kush don make Boku left school. Their family then get spoiled out and it don't bug the good name wey salon get all about na the wall. Kush dey affect we family them and we nation in tomorrow one. So we for talk about how we dey affect we. Help the one that way Kush dey affect and the community for get well body and social care. Let we beg the government for train more medical workman them, block the supply chain them, and pay attention for how for help the one that way they use the drug for left and small.
1 minute Konani, know your rights in 60 seconds. Brought to you by.
This is a public notice from the National Revenue Authority. The National Revenue Authority, NRA, hereby reminds all taxpayers, accounting firms, and tax advisory service providers that for the 2026 year of assessment, which commenced on the 1st of January 2026, all business entities and clients are required to file their budget revenue estimate through the Integrated Tax Administration System portal in accordance with Section 113 subsection 1 of the Income Act 2000 as amended. The filing period for provincial income tax estimates is the 1st of January to the 31st of January 2026. Please note that where a taxpayer fails to file within the stipulated period or where the estimated filed is grossly understated, the Commissioner General shall, pursuant to Section 104 subsection 1 of the Income Tax Act 2000 as amended, exercise the authority to raise an assessment of the taxpayer's provincial income tax. Taxpayers are further advised that provincial income tax estimates must be reviewed and revised up to 2 times during the year of assessment, namely on or before the end of the 4th and the 10th month of the year of assessment. The NRA therefore urges all taxpayers, accounting firms, and tax advisory service providers to take this notice in good faith and ensure full compliance with the statutory filing timelines to avoid penalties and enforce assessments. For more information, contact +232 80 839 839 or info@nra.gov.sl by order of the Commissioner General.
Welcome back from the commercial break then. This is not Truth Spot on Truth FM 103.9, Truth Media on Facebook and on YouTube. Me Nanine Fofana. I got me in the studio, Abdullah Fila Conte and Joseph Adeshilon Mansari. And today we will discuss about, players, them welfare. And they throw this question out to UNATEF with the watchery, whether or not the clubs then they prioritize players, them welfare and salon football. Guys, welcome back from the break. Ever since the late Gansu Bure in death issue come up, issues talks about players and welfare when they arrive in various sports shows and even sometimes at the pitch and other places. A lot of times this don't they happen. And SLFA on the 27th of November made a press release where they said we don't set up alcohol and committee, the ADHOC committee. We go investigate the matter and wait till they happen. But ever since then we don't hear anything from the SLFA about that. Waiting they don't find anything. This issue, it's been weeks already, and yes, maybe they still need time for investigate, but I'm also into the committee where they don't set up and to all that, and up to now we don't get no updates or whatsoever about the old thing. So looking into that, what do you think say that the main reason why they're not able to send out a message here to the public about waiting don't they have or waiting they don't find out?
I think waiting don't they lack or waiting as a Sierra Leonean, where would they miss out? Now this thing we then call communications. Now we don't get wrong. So if the SLFA don't set up a committee for CR Best and look into the death of Bure Kuruma, I think it's our time then for the update the public for say this not so or so, or maybe in other parts they want to see our best they can think for say let's wait till we conclude with the investigations, and after that we come back, we table them to the president and the committee to the secretariat or the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, and also the media department will come out to the public. But nevertheless, people are asking so many questions. They want to know waiting to happen, waiting at the outcome. It don't take long enough or take too long. But say such thing like this way happen, you get forget time. And yeah, I know the way lost in life, people not happy, even in family, even myself way they not happy. But I think just like I say, communication don't be a big problem. It's our time for CRBS, the Sierra Leone Football Association need for CRBS they can correct that. And for lay, because communication where you leave void, people begin to think other things, then begin insinuate, and which is bad. You don't do that. So I believe say we think then we don't set up that committee. We still wait for see our best waiting will come out of that report today from the committee where they don't set up.
All right, Fila.
Huge one. This now a sensitive issue. Me for one person on advocates for welfare of players and athletes in the country for over years now, and so I understand some of the mishap or unfortunate incidents them where we don't see. Now let's start first from even partners. A lot of people go Sabia now because nobody follow football and we get a player where they call partners who they play for national team. He gets an injury when foot to be booked. If not to be because of God, we people can say, this man he already go down the drain. And if we continue this way, we lost him. Then we get for add now to the national team. I think he be there as one of them, welfare people. So we don't even give him some amount of courage. You move away from Dandin and then we get Masinga. We play for the national team. He play for Central Parade at a point in time. He can seek to a point that he's even you don't recognize ourselves. We in the hospital. Then another sad one. We get people like Lotu. We get people like Banaloko. Banaloko. That is the consumer. People that we don't follow football for a very long time. They will tell you that one of the best striker them we Salon don't ever produce. But if I tell you in conditions right now and the things that we go through, you'll be surprised. We get people who don't wear the jerseys, just like how my brother be mentioned here. So we get people who don't wear Sierra Leone jersey, don't go represent Salon Nene. If you see them out there on the street, you feel bad for them. It will get to a point on telling themselves, pass you for take from your resources and help them for transportation or help them for buy drink or food or anything. And I feel like say it's not really supposed for Bisu because them Boku say I don't think say they go Boku past 300. Then Boku I don't think they go Boku past 250. So if not that sort of a clubhouse will be get. You understand? Someone for parents. The unfortunate thing, I really stadium hostels business back along because Skade Shilo agree with me. A lot of them Where the canton, I be the lodge. Now the stadium hostel hotel. They be 3 per room, some are 4 per room. But now that the stadium is under construction, the individuals and they are not available again. So some now for even parents, then they struggle. So I don't talk from the old guard, the older players. And remember, we get players like even Michael Owen, he'll be the captain for FC Cologne. Now, one possibly, me say to somebody tell me, against small boy I saw him called Sogo. He said, play for FC Cologne. In love for FC Cologne, now that he tattoo all the names of the players then. Now, let's see how somebody get love for a team. A whole body, he tattoo the names of the players that we play for FC Cologne during Erin. We move away from Bande as well. Before you even go to Gansu, Nene, some people don't even know say still we don't lost Julie. We get a player that we call Julius Goba. We now be the captain for even the national home-based team. A lot of people don't even know. That man they get frustrated. You know, so there are two things here. With the sort of welfare, it go mental health issues and a host of other things them. But I'm not going to sit down at this studio so I not comment certain things that I don't see. Because also person tell me we actually they take care of them players them. It go surprise you for know that Division 1 teams they always standard more than even the Premier League teams them. Where they take care of their players them. Even teams they already na Premier League. I remember when Mark, this guy will be Mark from Shillon, we start that team from Division 1. The players them they get medicines. Every time we come out again, any complaint you make, then we got to get straight with a doctor. You come out there, you get King Park Rangers now, you get Seaside Rangers now, boo. That Division 1 club we call for so. But now we get Premier League clubs them when they go play game. Imagine for me, maybe we got a medical practitioner who will tell me otherwise, but I don't think say ginger beer. It fits for a player for drink before they go play any football match. We get various other drinks them, where the player they can take. If now what's SF game, let you sustain but me don't dare, I don't see them. When they give players in ginger beer for go play football. So it starts from there. But now, remember, Shillon, when Babadi took over Bo Rangers, they were below the pecking order. Nene, you don't even consider them for being champions in this country. That is one example would also say, if we get the right people then, they're ready for spending the right resources then development can come. Not only from the club, but also for the country. Like I said, Rangers, I be there 19, now be there now 17, 16. But when the right management come around them, what's happening there? They won the league twice, back to back. They win the FA Cup. They go to African Cup of the African Confederation competition. These are all issues to show you that if we invest in the game, we go see different. Banter, for example, Shillon. When we get banter, they've not lasted for more than 7 years or 6 years into football business now this country. But now we're watching banter. They left teams like Mighty Blackpool are relegation zone, then they will play African Cup of Confederation or whatever. So it tells you, even if you get the name, with all the name, we are Blackpool, we are Lions, if we are not invested to the game, we will get to a point where relegation will on a good one back. Now welfare issue as well. I say if I'm not more than the program, we mentioned Campbell
forget Shillon side and get the side. You know, Shillon, why do they talk? So one part of the issue is causing death now. You know, injuries. So in terms of injury management, maybe look at the clubs, how the clubs that only manage injuries so far. There are some players. I remember after Easter Lions they win the the league last season. You try for talk to them and ask them in that aspect. They then choose not for answer the question of camera. Then go tell you say, hey, you want for giving trouble and stuff there like that. So I'm looking to that. You think say the welfare and the management of players, especially in terms of injury, for be something in a secret?
I think for be secret. Football like professional game. So for instance, one thing where I don't like where they see that's na Star Sport Academy. Now for any games we didn't get, that they publish the teams, and for players we injured, they make a known to you, which they are doing well. Which for me I say they are doing excellent. The media team. So I think for every clubs where they participate now we elite league for do that kind of standard and they therefore follow the footprint of the media team of Star Sports what they are doing, because you get for know even for us the media team you want to report you understand why they play and not get for play, you understand why they start, why they on the bench. You understand? You can forgive people. Like I say, it's a professional league. We are playing for for example. So for all the clubs, then, when in terms of injury, they need to get a professional doctors. You understand? Where they look on these players, then. You understand? For say how many weeks you get for sit down for, you know get for full time, you know get for spray and by for say if I play this, because when you do all of them things, then they tell on the players in health and welfare conditions. So for me, I think it's at time the Sierra Leone Football Association puts a measurement in place for the clubs them for see how best then can involve, despite the clubs then gets 98% responsibility for see how best then welfare business with them players, then for make them a top priority. I think they know they do them. So we know the way something happen, like the case of Pure and others. You understand the length of Eastern Tigers, if they get you. You understand after that, in career done, and waiting again for they get that. You understand, and if they don't take football as in career, it's sad. So it's hard time to the clubs them for let them get a professional doctors and also the welfare of these players then for make a priority. Because mind you, these players that they represent the club, that they represent the country and themselves. So if you give player a contract as well, we see overseas, you understand, we watch the English Premier League. The other say, other one, you see a professional doctors. After sometimes mighty Blackpool, you see players, sometimes say Suleiman Kabo get injury, then can tell you say Suleiman go for 2 weeks or 1 week. You can see some players them even the next year new week they go, if you get knocked, you can see them can spear and try for see how best he can force and for they get other match day. So it's hard time the clubs them then structured in terms of them the medical area for letting get professional doctors and also the welfare area. Then they wait past the player die or before he gets a severe condition before them begin take waiting self. Another thing again we be talking the last time about the decision of some of the responsibilities of the players then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within they on and off the pitch, we can see some kind of tackle them day. And me now one of the things them where I don't talk, I know this year we can see the media committee, the SLFA, they release some of the players them waiting for ban and some of tackle or challenge with some of players they make. You know, only need for get a yellow card or a card, you need for go with fine. You understand? For the player say yes, we get responsibility football, not to do or die. Despite a war game, you understand a contact game, but you know for be do or die. You they see some intentional foul, you know for which pass it broken you in foot. Some the referee need for say yes, this na intentional, not to yellow na red card. And after that red card self alone, if forget and fine, wait for the go with then decision and I will come up from the ref. I think say if we get all of these things together, I think we drastically for they get the kind of scenario then what would they get?
Okay, I'm feeling also in the issue of injury, and I want also we could talk about the compromise. A lot of compromise that the CCA they into in terms of welfare and management of players. They as a nation we they compromise a lot than they part of we, and some to the extent like even we self because of that. But more I go and forget your own point of view into the old player injury management from the teams them, and how them players they also can compromise a lot to the point that it hurts them.
Nene, thank you very much again. Thank you to Shilon. He make few mentions of things that we Mr. Brown for even look at. For example, the issue of Star Sports Academy. I told you guys that they just come, but that guy he gets medical doctors them. It gets medical practitioners them, where they watch the players them week in, week out. And if Star Sports can do them, Banter they do them. We don't see now Emmanuel Safa like Loa, they say they try for do them. Lions with Navo, they say they try for do them. We expect that same thing to happen for Cambo Eagles, with as far as Kenema. In fact, they have more advantage because Shilon, they are representing a whole, for me, district so therefore get even more support than even the clubs them when at the time you get 1 CU or you get 2 CUs. Now when you come to the area of managing injuries, then one of the reasons this will make we lost a lot of players. We're not able to go play and trades in Europe because when they play salon, when they only get injury, not way for keep them off something for 3 months or 2 months, I don't see that in the past how many times that salon, then they will give them deadly injections them. then you go play. Yes, for that 1 month or 2 months you go play. You give the team the result to the want. But when it comes for you go play international football. Now that's it. You know, Shilona Snow they awaken all scrap everybody. Yeah, that's people. That's what people don't know. Any player will get and won't say, "Ebo, nene, why this player will come on salon? He go to trials, so, and not succeed." Yeah, because the doctors already don't go identify things that power they will say no. And now football is an investment. If you buy player, the least time you have for do it times is 3 or 4 years, because you know one for the change player every year. You get players that already understand the mentality, the philosophy, where the coach have for play, and then you can't say they get knocked, they're not available. So this time wake up call, Nene, to all of them. Wait till we don't see it happen. We, as they say, in fact, Nene, the shameful partner that me, for example, I don't do CPR for medical team. These are all serious issues where we expect say I don't go watch game where the player drop. Wow. The medical team will go inside. They had no experience, not they. Wow. But now, Nene, imagine we get a good number of nurses that will graduate. A good number of them, thousands of them. So I think say it's high time then teams that they even capitalize parandi come to them ladies there. If not 2 seconds will get for till now, we sabi give injection, we sabi administer all that drugs them, it will be very fantastic. Then we take people who also okay this who just want to learn the parts of the team no more, but they had no idea about medical business. Like I say, now me go do CPR on the player where I mean expect the medical team now therefore get the expertise they now therefore do them things they for them players and they moving away as well. Let me left for the focus too much on the result. Now because I think they damage the players there. Today if they play Bo Rangers, they will play, for example, Eastern Lions. Eastern Lions will get players, they will get injury, and they will testify to this. I will tell you for free, because now Bo Rangers and they will play, then they force the player and they for play. Wow. Yes, we've seen that. Then the first step for play. Where if we get other cups of players them, we can use them. The other danger as well I have to make mention of. Now that I don't see an a couple of times. Now you go to play, you let me the captain for the team. Nene. When you get an injury, then just they left you, they continue the person will be available at the next moment. So I'm not going to use the mobile anymore. They tell you they get strength, they tell you they get energy. When they don't get down there as well, now they tell them for go closer to them. They don't ask for manage, especially somebody in the hospital. That clubs, I believe say therefore even get therefore not set up a yardstick in terms of finance. When they say if a club not get this amount of threshold, they don't partake in the Premier League. Yeah, because you know for pay transport for you play them, you know for give them good medical, you know for give them good food for it. So all of them things they contribute. So I believe that the FA they are working on this, and the good thing as well, I think this could be true to media for learning first benefits for money. We don't get 2 qualified doping agency individuals there now. Will join the team. So now before a game, I think they need for partner now with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. With NDLA, I remember the other day myself and the director, with Samuel Duba, we had this conversation about letting them provide them of the vehicle. NDLA will come along with the doping people can test the players before a match, because the reason for this, we don't see players at the test when they come out saloon, then they play amazing. Because maybe they are under the influence of enhancing drugs. But when they go to the country and Europe now, they certainly see under camera the other side. So sometimes you're not going to take that drugs day, that moment, waiting to happen, in performance they decline. We've seen that with the national team. We don't see how individuals don't go play and trace them. And so if we begin work on them basic things here, the only thing more than and all take time for because Salon, we know Salon are constantly dangerous. I do testify. I remember that that corona issue happened when the COVID came. Then we get a law, so if you get 3 players then we test positive, you for set them aside. Now what's the hope now that this doping business not going to be used for manipulate other team for say okay because we can do because it's not only about them drugs here over there. They get those like diclofenac, they will get 30 milligram.
Yeah,
you get drugs like Piocan. So the welfare, the outreach is as important as the drugs himself. The outreach is as important as the welfare itself.
And I
they need to communicate all of the things
and part of the whole thing. That will be the key factor, because sometimes the players themselves know they know these drugs and say then go enhance them.
They go ban or they go ban these drugs.
This drug not good today. You know how they look into that. The things the way that they take him as well, like major thing about that. People that I can say sometimes the you know economy of the country, people then can just they eat something for me and survive without even knowing the health repercussion of the whole thing. So I think say this anti-doping thing where they set up now a very good thing, but the message, the you know the information out there about the team, teaching these players and the people here, so certain things the way they're not for takers. So you talk about, you know, the team giving players ginger beer
Yeah,
before
yeah.
they start match and stuff.
With a banana there for
All
tickets,
the
banana
parts of that
foods.
thing, and clubs they really get a bigger responsibility for look into this year. So we really want for look into this much, but I think it's time now. So I could take few minutes. Are they for add anything into this topic? What you want for add into all of this?
Well, for me, it's hard time. The clubs, they need for see how best they can take these footballs as business and no say na a professional league this will they play, and to the players them we need for get educations them for them. Football not all about any day for the go and the field kick the ball.
Yeah.
You understand? You get another aspect of football. You understand? Let the player they know the rules of the game. You understand? Need for be disciplined, professional. You understand? So at the end of the day, then go know what they play for, and also because after football there is life. So if they play football, let them get a back of the mind say there will be injury, we go stop me career, and if you stop me career, I not go blame government again. You understand? Waiting at the fall back in. So all of these things the club them forget. People them wait for the camp say, okay, we are taking this day off, not to for can't kick the ball. It's our time now we get education in where it will be held in terms of the law, you understand, in terms of where they inside the respect. So all of these things them. But we will not forget the week long starts. Again for be match week 7.
Yeah.
The Premier
Exactly.
Port Authority, Cambo Eagles. And one of the match them way made they look interesting are that of Baibure Warriors and that of Bo Rangers.
Massive.
Again for be one of the interesting
Massive fixture.
interesting fixtures. Looking at Baibure Warrior then performance way where they don't start, looking at how they na the league, and we see the kind of performance where they get. I think they get the win against Sister Lions. Yes, yes, and then they can meet they can meet Bo Rangers. So it for be a fine one. Another match again where they look for now. Old Wadians Panther Football Club this week. It for be interesting fixtures at the Leon Premier League week 7 and
Okay, tomorrow we also get for look at this matches now the different leagues them and see for discuss about that. But are they just like feel like just like we Shilon don't talk about and don't add into I go also make you add maybe send out an advice to these clubs or maybe a word of admission to
Quick
them.
one, because of time. I don't think we have much time, and I have to admonish them. Please, whatever we said in this program is for the good of the game. And we hope that when I see how they make mention of people who they do well, we hope others will follow suit, and that Salon as well, we go in that position. Everybody going to see we are ready to move to the next step of football. I'd have to advocate to all the clubs them, whether Division 1 now, Division 2, Premier League. Please, let me assure say we give them about their fruits before game. Banana then they, oranges then they, and also other things they do they will take for play game. We will make them perform very well. And before I go, let's just say thanks and appreciation to everybody.
You know they give thanks.
Because entire, we see yesterday as well. Fullerton beats Leicester City in the entire competition.
Yeah, also we want to make we talk about the Kofa League. Fullerton, Kofa League now one of the when you talk about grassroots football, go forget about the Kofa League. One of the most anticipating leagues then at the country. Fans turnout can always be massive, and to the extent that it can lead to small boss say then other thing that we can come out today. As we talk about that, the violence, it's crazy. They talk about Kofa League, talk about violence inside. However, most of the time I can make journalists and can afraid for go watch, and some fans that afraid for go watch because go and go for go support, enjoy football. You go come out with bossed, maybe them stony, you wound some part of your body or fracture NSI. We're very, very wrong. Fullerton, like you made mention of, Fullerton don't qualify for going to the finals. And Mount City, them last match with Portuguese Town, we end perfect. And Saturday Kofa not make a decision yet. So I want to look into this. What do you think, say the Kofa themselves, the institution, the executive, they need for do for order for stop them violence?
At first, we don't talk about bad refereeing. We say them with get because a lot of the time their issues already emanate from we can end up for violence. They will testify. It emanates from referees taking certain decisions. Them. So I think the need for work on that area. Another Sarah Fisi Kofa really need for improve that the area of having military or MP personnel rather than OSDs them. Because I don't know why, but OSD them most of the time every small issue. And when she shoots that alcohol and that tear gas, they make the thing. Yeah, then if you say that for de-escalate the situation, but that kind of crowd with the under, we have the fire tear gas everywhere. So now to have the military personnel them, and then let them reduce the number of technical team members them when they inside the field during the game. Let's say for manager here. The reason that they also need for add the fence, the perimeter fence. We will prevent player because how they also now supposed to jump kind side and
claim up. They
you know,
the other one on top. They really sit down. They command the rest of the people them for coming to the pitch. May we get
So for me, I think Kofa don't begin lose their grip. For me, I think they don't condone plenty things them, which is bad for me. So there is where you are lead or as an association or organization. For me, I deal with Portuguese Town Amateur Football Association, winner Potafa. So we get the rules for where the competition they start, giving to all these teams. Say for any team, if you know able to control your supporters, this now the fine where you go receive, this now the number of ban where we go ban you community team where you not go participate. Go for them, we don't start, and for God's sake, I don't understand why on earth Kofa go reverse their decision. So for instance, for the Potafa League, you get some teams there. You understand me? Now some City team at the support. Where some City be started.
And most of them team there, so still they participate in the Potafa.
Especially the team, maybe people don't know why. Where we all know say that they count the violence, then they take them back year in, year out.
So for me, I think Kofa they do too much. For me, it's like they let this violence. Why they say so? Because if you know say Fullerton and Mountain City, these are people them where they create tension or other teams them they if they're not able to control them supporters them. For instance, where any see you know say this are the supporter they create the violence, knock them for 9 or 10 years. They don't not participate. And also you get a decision where you for take for any supporters where they bring disputes to the game for let the game not continue. You understand? You ban that supporter we Potafa, we get the issue and plenty supporter, you know the big pass the association. You get some players, some supporters them where they can watch. Then they know now. They know say they for comport themselves because if they not comport themselves, whether they can inside, we don't mark them. They know they ever can watch game for the past 2 or 3 seasons. You understand? They ban them for life with their money. So it come back to Kofa. Kofa don't ready for see how best they can stop up things then they. People like say, but it's bias. Now they don't say, okay, for go kick penalty. Now SLFA, the game between Portuguese Town and Mountain City. So if then they continue this way, the next season, what thing go stop them for
and that's the same thing will be happen the decision where they make following Kutawod.
So how long you go see this team
and at the end of the day them fans even be the complaint say some the other team can go even though they say now closed door they don't go fans but fans they say I think we compromise but
exactly like I already mentioned. And then teams they're going to use them as a yardstick or as a way for go to the next stage of the competition. Now remember the day Portuguese Town play Mountain City, if that game they get extensive time, obviously maybe this Mountain City or Chelsea, if the guy have because if we play them, they will beat we. For this day we will not get how they call them most of the players. So they will say they misbehave. They will misbehave and then when they postpone the fixture now, then we look out for players them we will not be now at the disadvantage of the next team, whether Portuguese Town or any other team. So we now let them use violence for go to the next phase. We get teams that I'll call them for you about for the sake of sanity, we ignore them. Exactly. When that the number of them be believing, they make Palava, we go to they make Palava say 20 minutes, we don't see get the court game under 20 minutes, 18 minutes, just for them to kick penalty because anyone get bad name say now you do this, now you do that. So like I say, in the area of officiating, now key concern, now the majority of the problems they come on na parade. Because so if I is them, then they be compromised. You go see like Spanish Alliance because it didn't have this other side with the team they in a situation where you know say bring if a flag for because it around the other guy in a flag. So at a lot of for discussion.
I think they go look at the time, especially when maybe the finals they can play. We go try best forget one of the media representative or maybe the PR we wise will discuss about the issues. Fambo, this not good sport. But if you want to send out a goodbye message, might give you time for do that.
I just want to encourage the people to follow media sports, Tooth Media, because me and Adina, most of them, I'm always here, AYV and other top. So you continue for support this young woman who they do a massive job. As somebody will compare you to the CBS Sports team. So you can get it look like that CBS Sports team. You remember Raleigh, the Kate, Tereni and Carrigan and the rest of it. I think so that's a good one. We really appreciate you and I continue for giving the support we need. And also to the fans of Leicester City, Unabia, take out next season the team can perform better than they remember the team not qualify for even for second and for the past 6 seasons. all the time the team they come out first rounds. But this time around, the boys then perform till they reach semi-finals. I think say in football, we need to accept certain decisions them where they happen to at that time. And I have to commend them then because for them beat a team of that sort, then we get in terms of number, then we get numbers more than the other team, but nobody not fit, nobody not go through for doing anything like violence. That's a good one. And I don't really hope for see other clubs that emulate, and then we get good football, then we enjoy football at the country.
Absolutely.
For me, I want a message to go to Kofa, the secretariat, and the chairman for say all this violence way they go on, so then get 100% for stopper. You understand? But for me, I say they're not ready yet. Because if they're ready, they know the teams them and the supporters them where they cause violence, and the teams them where always they cause trouble. Na Kofa. So there are so many teams there. Then say inter area. There are so many teams there we ready for participate in Kofa. So if you don't ban team, me how we they ban team self not to 1-2 years. You ban and say this now 10 years. Where you ban team 10 years or 9 years, where they return again. I tell you the technically managers them of these teams where the teams they are. Now they begin tell them supporters and say, guys, una need for behave. You understand? Then they begin take caution. But if you not do this, you say where they misbehave, go kick the penalty. Next, where they don't see this, the other team back will say, you see what they do? Just like I feel they say they will take this as advantage. Say this will not go if we go to penalty, we keep on not good. Yeah. You understand? Go for a replay or a rematch, or we go for go kick the penalty. So it's our time to go for them for sit down there and engage, because so they lose fans, them supporters, then we go and go watch game. For me, I don't stop for watch game day because I never go watch game and go for. At the end of the day, I don't say I got forget tear gas, I got for run for my life, which is bad. So I don't stop. And other people them can say me I never go cover, because at the end of the day, we game done, you get for run for your life, so then get for cause violence. So it's our time the chairman of COFA, they need for CRBS, then get rules and regulation, then just need for take the bull decision and also take the bull by its own. Absolutely. Violence, we not a condole in any part of the game where we all love. In any sport so far, it is against the message where the game displayed. I have to say thank you to the one where they joined me for today. The comments from Tairu Jalo, plenty thank you for we and add the voice to this. Yola Sikwi, you said plenty thank you where you did and add your voice to this discussion. And to see Side Rangers FC, plenty thank you. And thank you for the compliment as well. Mina and Nene Fofada, and plenty thank you to Una always don't follow this program. You also to do not like, comment, and they will tweet. Say we done this discussion. Plenty thank you to my guests in the studio, Joseph Adeshilo Mansare, and also Abdullah Fila Conte, for where we don't discuss about all these issues. And we don't talk a lot about several issues in the program, but the main issue was players, the welfare and saloon football. But you can go through the program as well in case you just join, watch through, and you will get a lot of information, a lot of message about various happenings in the world football and many other things them again. Plenty thank you to the production team, to Joshua and Ansu na the within the VMix they control with different picture angles and other things. And plenty thank you to DJ Flex for where they are so with me. And so again to all the entire management of Truth Media and everybody else we don't follow Truth Sport. Plenty thank you. So till next time tomorrow again, Truth Sport they come to you. Compliment of the season, enjoy the festive season of December, and bye-bye.
No matter your position, let's all play one formation. Global citizens, one people, one nation. The goal is peace, we are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight and bring the globe needs us. We only get one shot to cover the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win. So yeah, we make you sign up, sex for the line. Go bloody red, bloody false whistle till it's time up.
This is Truth Radio on 103.9 FM, a new wave of radio listening in Sierra Leone. Stay tuned.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy LH, chilling with the best DJ Flex in the building.
Pay some respect to DJ Flex, king on this thing.